At the end of March 2016, a deal was signed between the European Union and Turkey. Turkey accepted €6,000 million and the promise of several licenses to retain the refugees who, desperate, had abandoned their homes with the hope of reaching the Greek coast to follow their pilgrimage towards Europe. The European Union closed frontiers and promised Greece they would build camps for the refugees so they stay there, while legal formalities allowed them to start a dignified life in a European country. Little by little, these camps were being built. However, measures to solve an exceptional situation do not serve when the problem becomes endless. Stuff that satisfies hunger and thirst momentaneously will poison after a while when hours, days, weeks, and months extend forever, and it is at this point when hope breaks up and disappears in the horizon. At the camps, refugees felt protected at the very beginning, but step by step, downheartedness was invading their souls, and now they are afraid the world ignores them and nobody ever remembers they exist. Anyhow, there was not enough space at the camps for all the refugees who found themselves catching Greece, so the only solution for them was to live and die in the streets together with the homeless people to whom the political and financial crisis had already knocked down with extreme cruelty. The result of the social and economic situation of the last years was that more and more buildings that once served as hotels, hospitals, schools, etc., were abandoned, and it was there where refugees established their homes. In this way, while camps were being built in unwelcoming and isolated surroundings, the squads were always in centric areas close to whatever service might be needed. Only in Athens, at the Exarchia neighborhood, 5 squads have become the home for more than 1,000 refugees. Last April the 8th, I had the opportunity to participate in the celebration of the first anniversary of one of these squads, converted nowadays in the home for more than 350 refugees. Though the situation for them all is still uncertain and precarious, the celebration was plenty of pride, joy, and happiness for the ones living there. As in the rest of the squads, all decisions are taken in an assembly style. It is true that the overcrowding is the same, however, the cold and calculated symmetry of the camps becomes into absolute creativity in the squads. Katie is explaining us here how flexibility, movement, and change are the tools to optimize spaces and all sorts of resources. At the camps, people have nothing to do. At the squads, the activity is frenetic. They have to take all decisions, make proposals, participate in all actions, storage, cleaning, cooking, building, maintenance. If you need something, you have to go after it. Nobody will ever bring it to you, so you have to keep in constant movement. The leftover food is wasted at the camps, while at the squads there is never a surplus. At the squads, refugees do not get any help from government, only on a punctual basis from NGOs and some private donations. To relive moments of real joy as the one of last April the 8th, the situation is serious. Winter has been very hard and they all suffered under extreme climatic conditions. No human being should ever live in these circumstances. At the camps, people live under police protection, while at the squads they have to be on alert in case police appears in the middle of the night and decide to evict them. The squads are catalogued as illegal, however, no one living there would ever change to live in a camp. People living in camps denounce they being buried while still alive. More than 60,000 people from different countries remain trapped in Greece when the European Union signed the deal with Turkey and frontiers were closed. They were there in search of a country that would allow them to reconstruct their lives with dignity, and Europe, afraid that somebody would ever steal even the leftovers nobody wanted, closed their doors. Refugees had suffered all sorts of losses while running away from bombs, hunger, despair, and all of a sudden, the highest and most powerful governmental representatives decide to confine them. At Turkey, nearly 3 million refugees still hope they will be able to cross the few kilometers that separate them from the Greek coast, still think political asylum exists, still believe there is justice in the world and they have the right to be free.